Well, Joe, it's main event time, but the elephant in the room, Kenny King, he's lost the rebellion, he lost the rose.
Yeah, you know, it's I'm sure he's heartbroken, but it's time he gets back into the ring and do what he does best.
This is a Women of Honor triple threat match. Set for one fall. Participant number one, wrestling out of Chinatown, New York, Karen Q.
You know, Joe, for Karen Q, she made her debut in Baltimore in April, defeated Kelly Klein by countout, but that's the equivalent of, in your very first game in the NBA, scoring 70 points, or hitting 3 home runs in your debut for the New York Yankees. She took it to the top star in Women of Honor, undefeated for over 500 days, and came away not only standing, but victorious.
Ask Kelly Klein about that, see what she would say.
Well, she doesn't talk to me, Joe.
Really, she'll talk to me. I'll ask her.
Participant number two, wrestling out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the Gatekeeper, Kelly Klein.
Here you see pretty badass Kelly Klein for over 500 days, Joe. The Gatekeeper was undefeated, unblemished, and undeniable. But it was in Baltimore that Karen Q, in her very first match, picked up the victory. Hasn't sat well with her.
Yeah, she hasn't forgotten about it. You could see it in her face. You could just see it in her body language and in her demeanor walking out. She's got vengeance in her eyes, and oh, look at her flexing. What's that all about?
Yeah, she's must-see muscle, millions of viewers around the world, the most watched Women of Honor star. And she looks like she's staring a hole through Karen Q. But if I was Kelly, I might worry about Karen Q's close friend, her training partner, a woman that seemingly had Kelly tapped out.
Participant number three, wrestling out of Hackettstown, New Jersey, Deonna Purrazzo.
You know, it's interesting, Ian, you said that these two girls are really good friends, and anytime you're with 3 and they're 2 against 1, it's not a good sign for the one.
Well, it's definitely interesting because earlier we saw friends.
Well, just look at that body language on Kelly Klein. Arms crossed, she's in for a defensive battle.
Yeah, that look of disdain. Of course, the virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo, she says she tapped out Kelly. The referee didn't see it. We see Karen Q, the only one with a victory. This triple threat main event. After this, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, Ring of Honor fans. It's a very special Women of Honor edition, and it's main event time. Ian Riccaboni, Ring of Honor COO, Joe Goff on the call, and Karen Q and the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo. Joe, we mentioned before the break, might look to team up to get one up on pretty badass Kelly Klein.
There's that 2-on-1 right off the bat. I mean, they're working together. Obviously, one has to get a win, but they're trying to weaken her and take everything out of her because they know how dangerous Kelly Klein can be.
And dangerous is a word that has been used to describe Karen Q. As we see beautiful back handspring and then T-bone suplex. Bicycle kick from Deonna. And here we go. This is what I want to see, Joe. These two women in the ring at the same time. How deep is their friendship? We might find out here tonight.
Again, I'm going to go back to the fact that they know what they're supposed to do. They know what their roles are. And hopefully we're going to see that play itself out in the ring. They should not get distracted, though, by Kelly Klein, who could be a distraction for both of them.
Absolutely. As we see a test of strength. Deonna, a very skilled technical wrestler. Karen Q, perhaps with the strength advantage. These two longtime training partners, trained together, broke into wrestling together. It's not often you get to wrestle one of your very best friends, although we're seeing it here tonight.
There seems to be a commonality in that, certainly amongst the women ranks, is that their friendships, and I understand that because they all started together and now they're trying to make their way to the top. At what point do those friendships really start to deteriorate, fracture?
Yeah, that's a great point, Joe. As we see a fracture to the outside.
There it is.
Yeah, Kelly, very opportune situation. Whoa! Karen Q in control. Oh, but Deonna stalking her on the apron. Oh, instead goes after Kelly, Joe.
Well, that's the right move. I mean, Kelly's the one that needs to be defeated here and not to be distracted. That should be the focus. And, you know, Kelly's strong. You can see that in the way she handles herself. And she's not going to be denied that easily.
Oh, hold on. Karen Q from up top.
Again, the proper thing. If they're working together to take out Kelly Klein, that's the way to do it. But at some point, she's going to be out of it. Then what happens?
That's what I want to know, too. Karen Q, of course, has the count-out victory. Kelly saying she's never been pinned or submitted, but we all saw Deonna tapped her out in Lakeland. The referee did not see it. Both women, ooh! Standing moonsault, hooks the leg cover.
You know, there's no question that Kelly's suffering from some sort of loss denial here. We get that. So a definitive loss will really settle the question here. But if she's out, that means one of the other two have to win. And I think that's going to become the real question here.
Ooh, Kelly driving those forearms in. Oh, hold on, head scissor. But look at the strength of pretty badass Kelly Klein.
Wow.
Powerbomb hooks the leg. 2, wasting some time in between the powerbomb.
Yeah, that gloating.
and the cover.
I've noticed that there seems to be a lot of gloating going on, and I think that that's part of the maturity that they're going to have to know, that they've got to finish the job and not worrying about all that other stuff.
Now, when you think about Karen Q, someone that came through the Ring of Honor Stardom camp, she was the standout. Very shortly thereafter was that debut match against Kelly. Speaks a lot to her mettle, her makeup.
Speaks a lot about our dojo and our training. And, you know, that's where we find our future stars. And you can see them on Future of Honor Fridays. So be looking out for our next training seminar, because that's an opportunity for you to be discovered, to become part of the Ring of Honor family.
Absolutely, and ROHWrestling.com. That's the place for our upcoming events where you can see the stars of Women of Honor compete. We headed to Atlanta, that huge War of the Worlds UK tour. Global Wars show, hot off the presses. That's coming up.
It's going to be fantastic. I mean, the international flair of that in an international location. How exciting.
Deonna breaks up the cover there. I don't think Kelly had enough to pin her there, Joe.
I don't either.
Deonna back in, driving those
Here
forearms.
we go. There's that 2-1.
Yeah, the coordinated attack.
There we go.
Whoa, charging off the ropes. Oh! Double Klein lines take down the Virtuosa and Karen Q. Kelly now dumping Karen to the outside. And
One-on-one now.
Yeah, Gatekeeper and the Virtuosa. Headbutt connects. Deonna charging off the ropes. Kelly Klein in control.
Really in control.
Sure is. The main event continues. Don't go anywhere. We're back, Ring of Honor fans. Ian Riccaboni with Ring of Honor COO Joe Koff. It's our main event triple threat match, but next week is perhaps the biggest match ever on Ring of Honor television, Joe. 2
out of 3 falls.
Wow, there you go.
For the championship, it's a rematch, and I have to tell you, Ian, I've heard Cody spouting out this Sinclair and making sure that he mentions that Sinclair doesn't like it. It has nothing to do with Sinclair. I said earlier, I don't want Journeyman coming in here, but he won the title fair and square, but he's not fighting against Sinclair. He's not fighting for the Rhodes family. He's fighting for the Ring of Honor Championship. And if he doesn't stay focused on that, he's going to be a short timer.
Well, certainly in the almighty Christopher Daniels has his opportunity next week. Great points indeed, but right now, pretty badass, the Gatekeeper, Kelly Klein, charging in. And she is cut off the ring, much like a tag team match, dealing with Karen and Deonna individually.
Yeah, I think she's concerned. She knows what she has to do. The other two are figuring out what each other has to do. So she definitely has an advantage here from that perspective.
Now, do you think Deonna has the killer instinct, perhaps, to capitalize on an opportune moment like this with Kelly in the center of the ring?
We're going to find out very shortly. She should get the pin right here. Hooks the legs, 1, 2, up. Ooh.
So close and
so close. And you know what? You can't be close with Kelly Klein. You have to be decisive. You have to get the win. She's going to figure out a way to win. She does not like losing.
Absolutely not. And for Deonna, this match means so much. Tapped out Kelly Klein, that signature Fujiwara armbar in Lakeland, laying in those chops, but the Gatekeeper coming right back, knee to the midsection forearm. Nice Northern Lights.
Bridge.
2.
See, there's that, you know, they're fighting against her. And like I said, they take her out. What can we expect when the two of them are in the ring?
Well, hold on, Boston Crab, no. Interesting that both women are going so heavy on submissions against a woman whose calling card is the end of the match, that guillotine choke. Front face lock.
Yeah.
Kelly back in control once again. You see Deonna Purrazzo again laying in those chops. Off the rope she goes. She's been sticking and moving. Connects now with a running forearm. Ducks a forearm from Kelly. Oh, here we go. Fujiwara armbar. Can she get her down? Kelly spins out of it. Takes a wrist lock. Oh, has her in a clutch. And now delivering knees right to the jaw. And in a match where her two opponents are going for submissions, Kelly Klein going for knockouts, Joe.
I think that's the move. Submissions are not going to win this match.
Oh, wait a minute. Drop kick sends Kelly to the outside. Karen in the ring with Deonna. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Karen Q picks up another huge victory here in Women of Honor.
And look who's on the sidelines.
The winner of the match, Karen Q.
I can't even believe it. Karen Q, 2 Women of Honor matches, 2 victories, and the names in the loss columns, Kelly Klein and Deonna Purrazzo.
You know, you have to wonder, Ian, their friendship now, where does that go? I'm sure there's going to be some kind of thought process as they review their match. Is that friendship as sacred and as secure as we think?
That's a great question, Joe. Well, we're going to have to leave you with that. Thank you so much for joining us this week on this very special Women of Honor edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling.